Warm greetings to all ladies and gentlemen. Today I would like to present our paper entitled Exploring Teachers' Technology Acceptance in the COVID-19 Pandemic for Sustainable Education, a Systematic Review 2020 to 2022. Ladies and gentlemen, as we know, technology is significant in providing opportunities and possibilities to warrant everyone receive comprehensive and unbiased quality education and opportunities for lifelong learning as stated in the Sustainable Educational Goals. However, the COVID-19 pandemic has made technology becoming teachers' first choice regardless of their technology competency and acceptance level to ensure the continuance of students' learning during the pandemic. Therefore, it is worth investigating to identify to what extent teachers are willing to adapt technology for accomplishing their jobs during the COVID-19 pandemic and predict the future educational trends, as well as identify their intentions to accept and integrate technology in their post-COVID-19 teaching and learning sessions. There are a few models which are commonly used to elucidate teachers' acceptance of technological environment in educational settings, namely Technology Acceptance Model, Unified Theory of Acceptance and Use of Technology, and Theory of Plain Behavior. Preferred reporting items for systematic reviews and meta-analysis of PRISMA 2020 statement was adopted as it included new reporting outlines which enable researchers in identifying, selecting, appraising, and synthesizing studies in a more effective manner. This study adopted PRISMA statement, which consists of three main processes, namely identification, screening, and inclusion. As we can see in the PRISMA chart here, we have retrieved 784 articles from the databases of Scopus and Web of Science. And after a series of screening, there was a total of 22 studies included in this study for systematic literature review. Ladies and gentlemen, the identification process involves identifying articles through database searching as well as their duplication. The potential keywords related to the studies were meticulously listed and the search strings were formed to make sure an inclusive literature search was done. So here are the search strings that I used for our study. So we have the teachers, we have educators, technology acceptance, and also acceptance of technology. So the below part shows the inclusion and exclusion criteria. There are 6 criteria stated here. For the first one, we have perception. We only included teachers' perceptions and we excluded students, parents, and staff perceptions as well. For the type of article, we only accept journal articles and we rejected the articles other than journal articles such as proceeding articles. For the language, we only included English language, and the publication year showed after 2020. It's not before 2020. It's not before the emergence of COVID-19 pandemic. So for the research design, we included quantitative studies and also mixed factor studies, and we excluded qualitative studies. So in terms of the use of technology acceptance theory, we will make sure that we include the articles with at least one technology acceptance theory used in the study, and we excluded the studies with no technology acceptance theory. Ladies and gentlemen, so here are the research questions of our study. Research question 1. What is the technology acceptance level of teachers for emergency remote teaching during the COVID-19 pandemic? Research question 2. What are the key factors that affect teachers' behavioral intentions to accept technology for emergency remote teaching during the COVID-19 pandemic? Based on the analysis shown in the table and pie chart here, it is noticed that most studies found that teachers have a high level acceptance towards integrating technology during the COVID-19 pandemic. Despite there were 2 studies reported that teachers moderately accepted technology for emergency remote teaching. Ladies and gentlemen, the analysis showed that teachers' perceived usefulness and performance expectancy is the most important determinant of teachers' technology acceptance, which were found in 11 studies. Moreover, teachers perceive ease of use and effort expectancy attitude towards use of technology, as well as social influence and subjective norm are the other key factors which may manipulate teachers' technology acceptance during the pandemic. Furthermore, there are 5 studies which discover that facilitating conditions and perceived behavioral control may impact teachers' behavioral intentions to apply in their lessons during the outbreak. Ladies and gentlemen, now we come to the section of discussion. In terms of teachers' technology acceptance level for emergency remote teaching during the COVID-19 pandemic, the results of teachers' technology acceptance level during the pandemic were considered positive. Excluding the 13 articles which did not mention about their technology acceptance level, it is assumed that most teachers are optimistic in accepting technology for emergency remote teaching during the COVID-19 pandemic. Most teachers have embraced the fact that the technology becomes one of their ways to continue their students' learning during the outbreak. There were 2 studies found teachers portray a moderate level of technology acceptance as they were not ready to conquer the challenges of emergency remote teaching yet. Also, teachers in the developing countries might hold negative perceptions towards technology due to inadequate facilities and training. Teachers' technology acceptance level did not differ from the experience, but discrepancy occurred based on their gender. For example, the findings show that the male teachers are more inclined to adopt technology for educational purposes after the pandemic compared to female teachers. Ladies and gentlemen, amongst the factors stated in the previously presented theories, perceived usefulness and performance expectancy are the most significant factor. And these are the 5 most important factors that affect teachers' behavioral intention to accept technology for emergency remote teaching during the COVID-19 pandemic. And these include perceived ease of use and effort expectancy, social influence and subjective norm, facilitating conditions and perceived behavioral control, as well as the attitude towards use. Ladies and gentlemen, to sum up, it is believed that our study has provided an insight to the stakeholders on technology acceptance level of teachers during the COVID-19 pandemic. Nevertheless, this systematic review only adopted 2 databases to identify the articles, which are Scopus and Web of Science. There might be more relevant articles available in other databases such as ERIC and Google Scholar. On top of that, this review only focused on technology acceptance from teachers' perspective. However, students' perceptions towards online learning in the pandemic are also worth studying so that a clearer picture on the technology acceptance from both sides of teachers and students could be obtained. We recommend future studies to conduct systematic literature review on technology acceptance from students' perspective by identifying published papers from more databases such as ERIC and Google Scholar. With that, I thank you for your attention. Have a nice day.